And good morning, high school football fans. Welcome to the High School Sports Roundup, fueled by N Market here on ESPN Radio, Savannah Hilton Head, the ESPN app, and ESPNCoastal.com. PJ Zucco here with you this morning as we look at what a night it was last night for high school football all around the Savannah and Hilton Head area, and some huge wins for some teams here around the area. Very important victories in region play. You had some big games as well that sadly were dropped by Savannah and low country teams. But at the end of the day, you're going to have that. We're looking at last couple weeks of the high school football season, last few weeks of the high school football season that we're going to be looking forward to. And I certainly can't wait for all of those. But before we get to that, obviously take a look at last night and see everything that happened there over the course of the evening in high school football. And you heard it here on ESPN Radio, Savannah Hilton Head, the ESPN app, ESPNCoastal.com. Benedictine rolls and gets the victory over South Effingham last night. It's ESPN's coverage of Benedictine football presented by Savannah Toyota, and the Cadets roll over South Effingham at 56-7. They keep that winning streak alive. They step out of region play for that one to get that victory, but now look forward to a couple region games to finish off the regular season, and some very important ones as well. But step out of region play and grab that big victory over South Effingham. Also, last night you saw it on ESPNCoastal.com for ESPN's High School Game Day Game of the Week, fueled by N Market, brought to you by Savannah and Low Country Honda dealers, is Calvary Day. They stay undefeated, move to 8-0 on the year, and the Cavaliers get the 21-0 victory over in-town rival Savannah Christian. And a big region win for Calvary Day there as well. They moved to 1-0 in region play. Savannah Christian obviously falling there to 0-1, and did so with a dominant defensive effort against that rushing attack of Savannah Christian. The Raiders moved into scoring territory a few times, but each time Calvary Day able to push them away. Big penalty as well, able to bring Savannah Christian back a little bit, but still defensively get a big score from a defensive lineman for Calvary Day as well. And the running game of the Cavaliers was just so huge from the second quarter on, really kind of dominating the football game with that running game, and the time of possession for the Cavaliers coming away with that win, 21-0. But some other big games around the area as well. Let's stay right there in single A private. Aquinas gets the win over Savannah Country Day, 28-27, and a tough matchup there. The Hornets go up and battle scratch claw, almost grab that victory over Aquinas, but fall late in that one, 28-27 do the Hornets. Aquinas obviously 1-0 now in region play. Savannah Country Day moves to 0-1, and now has a big matchup with Calvary Day coming up next week there in region. Some other games around the area as well, and a very important one for Richmond Hill in region play if they wanted to win the region championship or split it. And Brunswick High gets the victory there. The Wildcats go down to Glenn County Stadium, and Brunswick High able to dominate as they have in a lot of games this year. The Pirates move to 8-0 on the season and win that one over Richmond Hill 42-7 there last night. Some other games, another game in that region, Statesboro able to get another big victory in region play. They defeat Bradwell Institute in a low-scoring ball game. Their defensive struggle as Statesboro wins that one 20-6, but still only one region loss on the year there for Statesboro with the loss to Brunswick High. So that very notable. Richmond Hill falls to, two losses there in region play. Same with Glen Academy as they fall to Effingham. Effingham gets a big victory there over the Red Terrors, 20-14 last night. So that region, when you look underneath the number one spot, obviously you have Brunswick High at number one. They still have a couple games on the schedule there in region play with Effingham and Bradwell Institute after a bye week. But you look at them, 8-0, undefeated on the year. It's going to take some crazy things for anything to happen to Brunswick High, seemingly at this point. You look down and you have Statesboro, one loss in region play, Effingham right there in the mix, Richmond Hill, Glen Academy, who pretty much always are fighting for the region championship. both have 2 losses now in region play as well. So you look underneath that number 1 spot. It's kind of wide open, seeing as who's going to make it in the playoffs, who's not there, and it's going to be very interesting for sure to keep an eye on that. You talk about interesting. Ware County gets the victory over Warner Robins last night, 29-21. Warner Robins has been lighting up the scoreboard all year, and Ware County getting into region play, man. It's been good to see them respond, right? They come up to Memorial Stadium, take the loss to Benedictine by 1 possession there, go into a bye week, and then they come into region play 35-3 over Coffee. Coffee had just got done beating Camden County 10-7 a couple weeks before that. Well, Ware County gets the win there. Warner Robins put up, I think, 60 or 70 points on Camden County. Again, Ware County comes in 29-21, gets the win, moves to 2-0 in region play there. So a big win by Ware County last night as well. And I talk about big wins to look down at the 4A classification. Of course, Benedictine steps out of region play. New Hampstead, though, in region play last night against Islands, and New Hampstead able to pull away in the victory there. It was a close ball game for a long time there, but defensively, the Phoenix are able to play very well, keep Islands detained really pretty much all night, keep them frustrated all night, and New Hampstead able to pull away there late as the Phoenix win that one 32-9. In 3A, you have Windsor Forest with a big 52-6 victory over Groves last night, and the Knights of Windsor Forest looking better and better in this region and in region play. They get their big victories over the past few weeks, and that includes over Groves there last night. And they'll look forward to some more big region games coming up over the next few weeks. Johnson takes a loss last night in a tough region game against Southeast Bullock. Southeast Bullock wins that one 36-15. Also in region play, Savannah High falls to Liberty County. That one 37-0 in favor of Liberty County. Jenkins gets the win over Beach last night as well. It was 39-8 there for the Warriors as they get some momentum back rolling before they get back into region play. Some big games against Islands and New Hampstead coming up for the Jenkins Warriors. Jenkins County defeats Bryan County, 34-14 last night. Also last night, Trinity Christian getting the win over St. Andrews 21-14. It was Memorial Day with the 27-37 loss to Pinewood Christian there last night. Hilton Head Prep defeating that. Man, they just keep rolling. They defeat Northwood Academy there 62-6. And you talk about rolling, Hilton Head Christian Academy again with a big win over John Paul II. That one 53-12. Brantley County falls to Long County last night in a tough one there, 28-19. Coffee defeating Wayne County in region play 48-0. It was Metter defeating McIntosh County Academy, staying undefeated, 2-6 there for the Metter Tigers. So they just keep on winning for the Tigers, stay undefeated. Hilton Head over Bluffton there last night, 16-7, and it was May River defeating Beaufort 24-21. And another important one, ECI gets the win over Claxton, 28-10 there last night. But again, some very important games from last night. One of those, Savannah Christian and Calvary Day. And Calvary Day able to come out in this one. Scoreless first quarter as the defenses kept going back and forth with each other and playing very well. But the defense of Calvary Day able to break that scoreless tie there at the end of the first quarter, as it was Dan O'Neill with a 9-yard interception return for a touchdown. The big defensive lineman picking off a screen there as Paula Citrow comes in the ball game for one play there last night. It was a third down, backed up inside their own 20-yard line. So obviously they're on the 9-yard line. So Savannah Christian wanted to be able to make a play. They put in a Citrow there and just not able to get it over the head of Deion O'Neill, who obviously, if you've seen him play, is a very tall, big-sized defensive lineman there for Calvary Day, able to get those long arms up and get the interception, have the presence of mind to take it into the end zone there, break a couple tackles, and break that scoreless tie for Calvary Day. After that, Donovan Johnson, the freshman running back, and I called him a phenom there last night for Calvary Day, as I think he's going to be. I mean, I know you have Jake Merklinger there at quarterback. You have the 5 wide a lot of times where you have, or 4 wide receivers and 1 tight end. We saw that set a lot there last night on ESPN's High School Game Day Game of the Week. But I got to say, when they're just running the football consistently with Donovan Johnson, such a good-sized body and really, really fast, especially for being a freshman. He started kind of taking over the game with that offensive line, able to run the football really effectively, runs it all the way down to the 5-yard line after some big runs. A.J. Butts comes in the game, their linebacker and big-sized physical running back, and he brings it in 5 yards for a score and puts it up 14-0 for Calvary Day. Finally, Donovan Johnson in the third quarter able to put it pretty much out of reach there in the late third as Donovan Johnson with a 9-yard touchdown run as well to make the score 21-0, and the defense for Calvary Day just kind of suffocating there for the rest of the night and able to win that one 21-0. Looking more at this New Hampstead victory over Islands as well. Like we talked about, this one close there for time was 15-6 going into halftime. New Hampstead having the lead there over Islands there at half, 15-6, but able to pull away there in the second half as they're able to get some big touchdowns from their offense. But early in the ball game, it was Samari Dowdy, a 32-yard touchdown run for Dowdy in the Phoenix, and follows that up with a 29-yard touchdown run as well to put New Hampstead up there 15-0 early in the first half. They come back. Islands comes back with a touchdown right before halftime. Langston Lewis, a 6-yard touchdown pass from Amari Bedgood, who has come back for Islands and has been playing well for sure for the Sharks. And Langston Lewis, of course, the all-world wide receiver, cornerback, safety, the special teams return specialist for Islands, able to take in that 6-yard touchdown pass for a touchdown. In the third quarter, Cooper Bachman able to come back with a field goal for Islands to tighten it up. But from then on, it was really all New Hampstead. Pauly Seeley got the passing game working there to Taranio Bias and 2 touchdown passes to Taranio Bias in the second half, a 14-yard touchdown pass and a 40-yard touchdown pass from Seeley to Bias to really extend that lead and win that one for New Hampstead 32-9 there last night. Again, an important game when you talk about momentum for Benedictine as they keep the train rolling 56-7 there over South Effingham last night, as Holden Garner doing his thing once again, able to pass the ball really well, and the running game working very strongly for Benedictine throughout the night. Holden Garner, an 18-yard touchdown run. Justin Thomas, of course, finding the end zone a couple times there in the first quarter as he's able to have a 61-yard touchdown run and a 46-yard interception return for a touchdown. It wouldn't be right? It wouldn't be right if Justin Thomas didn't not only score on offense, but also come back on defense and make a huge play as well. And he's able to do that last night against South Effingham. You have Zaquan Bryant getting in the end zone there last night as well. Cameron Edwards for South Effingham, the lone scorer there for the Mustangs on a 65-yard touchdown run. But after that, really, that Benedictine defense was able to secure the defense there and play extremely well throughout the rest of the night as Benedictine keeps on rolling. Had those tough games earlier in the year, but since then, Benedictine able to roll off some big wins over the course of the year and look forward to 2 more region games as well. And a tough one for Richmond Hill there last night. Again, 42-7. Really just kind of from the opening jump. And we talked to Matt Lazat about this earlier in the week. Couldn't have turnovers, couldn't have those mistakes in a big game like this. You start off the game, a couple of big fumbles to start things off, and Brunswick High really capitalized on those, as you would expect a 7-0, now 8-0 team to be able to do. They return one for a touchdown. They're able to run. They're able to run in a touchdown with Jacoby Hill there after the second fumble, and from there on, it was really just kind of all Brunswick High. Some big touchdown passes as well from Sutton Ellis to Kevin Thomas for the Brunswick High Pirates, and get out to a 28-0, 35 to nothing lead there for Brunswick High, kind of before you blink an eye there in the first half, and all kind of coming off some big turnovers there by Richmond Hill. So a tough night for the Wildcats there last night, but they'll look to get back on their feet and try and win some big region games and making in the playoffs, obviously, here with the last few weeks of the season for the Richmond Hill Wildcats. But we'll come back. Plenty of games to talk about, plenty of big moments from last night to keep sharing and talking about as well. And hopefully going to catch up with some great high school football coaches around the area here on the High School Sports Roundup as well. Of course, all fueled by End Market on ESPN Radio Savannah Hilton Head, the ESPN app, and ESPNCoastal.com. Stay tuned. And welcome back. It's High School Sports Roundup here on ESPN Radio Savannah Hilton Head, the ESPN app, ESPNCoastal.com. PJ Zucco here with you once again as we look back at some of these big high school football games from last night all around the Savannah and Hilton Head area. So, some big wins by some Savannah Hilton Head area teams there last night. You have Benedictine getting the big win over South Effingham, 56-7 out of region play. Calvary Day with the rivalry game win over Savannah Christian, 21-0. Savannah Country Day falling just short there at Aquinas, 28-27 last night. And Windsor Forest, a big win over Groves, 52-6. New Hampstead getting the victory over Island, 32-9. So a ton of important victories there from last night in and out of region play. And the Benedictine Cadets step out of region play, get the win over South Effingham there last night, but keep the momentum rolling. And joining us now, the head coach of the Benedictine Cadets, Danny Britt, here with us on the High School Sports Roundup. And Coach, great to have you on. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing very well. How are you, PJ?
Coach, doing great. And yeah, the big victory there last night, 56-7 over South Effingham, and Coach able to jump out, get a big lead there in the first half. And you get in a region play last week, get the big victory over Jenkins, and then you step back out of region play to get the win here. But all about keeping that momentum rolling, obviously, and being able to keep clicking off these wins for the Cadets as you move throughout the regular season.
Yeah, definitely. We are, playing against ourselves, and that's what we keep talking about to get where we want to be. And what this group of seniors has said that, setting their goals, and that's the state championship, and that's what we're fighting for. So we got to continue every single day to work against ourselves and be the best we can absolutely be.
Yeah, Coach, and you talk about that. Now, we've seen obviously played some extremely talented teams to start the season, but we've seen this team improve, I think, from week to week as the season has gone on. And I know South Effingham not having the greatest of seasons, obviously, they're having a tough year. But like you said, when you're able to compete against yourself, focus on yourself, and try and make yourself better every single week, that kind of combats against a letdown or, overlooking another team or something like that. And you're really able to come out and execute in a high fashion against anybody like you guys were able to do last night.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what we talk about. The great teams, play at a different level. Our motto for the year is set the standard, and setting the standard at Benedictine's pretty high already. And these guys want to set a new one and set it at playing at a different level, practicing at a different level, and I feel like we've been doing that as of late, and finally got there. We didn't start the season that way, obviously, but we felt that pain. We don't want to feel it again, and we're continuing to get better and push each other.
Coach, absolutely. Talking to Danny Britt, head coach of the Benedictine Cadets, get the big victory over South Effingham last night, 56-7. And Coach, obviously, a lot of the whole team playing pretty well there last night, but the running game working very effectively as some huge runs for some touchdowns there last night, and coming from different guys as well. You got Zaquan Bryan finding the end zone. A couple 1-yard runs from Luke Croman-Heck, but Justin Thomas finding his way into the end zone, and Holden Garner showing off the legs as well with an 18-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what we want to be as well. We want to be a kind of a 50-50 offense and take what the defense gives us, and we were able to do that on Holden's run. It was a pass, and he just tucked it and ran and got in the end zone. And Holden can run better than people think, for sure. He's shown that a number of times this year. And Luke did a great job of getting it in the end zone. Of course, Justin has found the end zone for 3 straight years, I believe. And
yeah,
so he's used to that. And Zaquan can do so many things well. We were able to kind of get him in the backfield and do some different things with him last night that we're working on making our team better. And actually pretty neat situation last night. He got it down to the 1, and we were going to run, just typical ISO, which puts Justin in the backfield, and Justin swapped with Zaquan and went out to split in and let Zaquan get the carry for the touchdown there.
Yeah, no, awesome to be able to do that for sure. And like you said, get some interesting runs in there and some big runs for you as well. And you talk about Justin Thomas. He's obviously playing his part defensively also, and the whole defense playing well there last night. Yeah, you give up the one big touchdown run. Other than that, really hold South Effingham down all night, keep them frustrated. And like you said, it wouldn't be a night if Justin Thomas found the end zone in more than one way, and he not only runs in a touchdown but also has the pick six as well.
Yeah, he's a special kid, special young man, special football player. Just can really do a lot of things, and so proud for him. And it really is nice having him and what all he can do. So, I don't know. People keep trying him. It seems like he doesn't play full time defense, but it seems like every time they're taking a shot, they're taking it at him, which I don't think I would do. But they did, and he caught it and was able to get it back into the end zone.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I've watched my college team and plenty of college teams go against my college team, and I'm saying, why are you? That's the best player on our defense. Well, okay, if you want to try and you can, and like you said, kind of seems like they're doing that for whatever reason with Justin Thomas. But if you want to keep throwing it in his direction, that's probably going to keep happening to you. So Benedictine able to come away with a big win there over South Effingham, 56-7 last night. Defensively playing well, offensively keep on clicking and grab the victory. And now looking forward to two very important region games to finish off the year. Coach, I know there's always a couple things you could be doing better. You're looking forward to these two region matchups to end the year. What do you need to see from your team to keep moving forward and win a region championship?
Yeah, we definitely got to continue to improve in every aspect. I think, one, we've got to find more rotation at defensive line, and we're working on doing that, just get more guys in, as we need to rotate more there. Got to find a little bit more consistency, at some of the linebacker spots and at the safety spots and consistently doing things well. I don't like giving up that big play like we did last night, and we've got to work on that. We've got to find a way to, be perfect. You chase perfection and find excellence, and that's what we got to continue to do.
Danny Britt, head coach of the Benedictine Cadets, our guest here on the High School Sports Roundup, fueled by End Market. Coach, I appreciate it. Appreciate you coming on this morning. Best of luck as you move forward. Congrats there on the win last night, and we'll certainly be talking again soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you so very much for having me.
I appreciate it, Coach. Danny Britt, head coach of the Benedictine Cadets, our guest here on the High School Sports Roundup. So, yeah, the Cadets keep on rolling there out of region play. 1-0 in region play so far. They look forward to Islands and New Hampstead over the next couple weeks to finish off their regular season and region play. But Islands and New Hampstead played last night. New Hampstead gets the victory there, 32-9. We'll chat with the Phoenix head coach, Kyle Hockman, when we come back here on the High School Sports Roundup, fueled by End Market on ESPN Radio Savannah Hilton at the ESPN app and ESPNCoastal.com. Stay tuned. More after this. Welcome back. It's High School Sports Roundup here on ESPN Radio, Savannah Hilton Head, the ESPN app, and ESPNCoastal.com, all fueled by Market. PJ Zucco here with you as we take a look back at last night, all these big high school football games and a lot of big wins from Savannah and Hilton Head area teams. You had Statesboro getting the win over Bradwell Institute 20-6. Effingham with a solid win over Glen Academy 20-14 in that a 6A classification. Richmond Hill falling to Brunswick High as well. Benedictine with the win over South Effingham 56-7. New Hampstead getting the victory over Islands 32-9 there in region play, and some big region games in 3A as well. You have Windsor Forest 52-6 over Groves. Johnson following the Southeast Bullock there 15-36, and Liberty County getting the win over Savannah High 37-0. But as we said, New Hampstead, big victory over Islands last night, 32-9, as the Phoenix get the big victory in region play. Joining us now, the head coach of those New Hampstead Phoenix to talk with us about his team and that big win from last night. Kyle Hockman joins us here on the High School Sports Roundup. Coach Hockman, great to have you on. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. Just blessed. God blessed me. I'm walking on the beach and getting ready to go sit down under an umbrella and study some film.
Absolutely. That's a great way to do it, Coach, no doubt. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day at the beach there for sure. But I certainly earned it, Coach, with the win there last night, 32-9 there against Islands. Able to battle throughout the first half, really kind of back and forth between Islands and New Hampstead, and able to pull away there as the game goes on and things start clicking for the Phoenix, and ultimately get the win 32-9.
Yeah, Islands did a nice job, had a good game plan, especially defensively. They're a really solid defensive team, and just lined up, 8-9 in the box, and come after us hard in the blitz, and and early on, dropped a few balls, missed a few throws, and then got a couple sacks, and they were getting trading punts, but we won the kind of a field position battle in the first quarter, and then got the run game going and made a few adjustments. Really proud of our guys who fought defense, played their tail off, led by Rodney Wade and Tyler Cooper. And up front, Zias Frenson, Christian Johnson did a great job. And just proud of the fight. It's a battle when you're playing against a physical team. You just got to keep battling, keep grinding, and not having played too many of those style games yet this year. It was really good to see our guys fighting and battle and come out on top.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, able to put together a full 4 quarters there for New Hampstead, and really, I feel like all 4 teams here in this region are compiled of a physical type of defenses, teams that have good defenses, and obviously pack a punch on the offensive side of the ball as well. So able to get past one in Islands there last night. Like you said, defensively able to play really well. And what was your defense able to do so well last night to frustrate Islands, slow them down? As they do, they have some talented talented players altogether there, and athletic players there on that offense.
Yeah, they our defensive line controlled the line of scrimmage, and able to either create double teams and hold their spot, or when they get singled up, made a lot of plays in the pass game, putting pressure on the passing on the quarterback, and make things easier for us to play a quarterback under duress. Like usually play the pass game from the secondary position, but so it starts up front as it usually does. Again, Rodney Wade, our quarterback on defense, just directs everything. And Tyler Cooper, we've moved around quite a bit. Corner, safety, nickel. He's playing everywhere and really dynamic kid, and plays and fights and tough, can run. But we're just again, they really kept us in the game, or even stifled Islands. We're able to punt back and forth 2 or 3 times and win that field position. Gordon Sonovan, our punter, did a really nice job. Several long punts. When you gain 15 yards of punt exchange, and now you got a short field offensively, then that helps your confidence offensively when you're in, midfield and you're in the red zone and really able to get some run game going. And Jamel Coast, really cranking up, downhill runner, get after it and knock people down. And then mix it with Samari Dowdy, who can really run. If you get the crack, he can explode and go from long distance. So, the way they play their style of defense, they get after it and bring the heat. So you got to be able to maintain your blocks and cut off penetration, which they were able to do. Get a lot of penetration early, but able to slow it down as the day went.
Kyle Hockman, head coach of the New Hampstead Phoenix, our guest here on the High School Sports Roundup. The Phoenix get the victory over Islands last night. Big region win, 32-9 there last night. You mentioned the running backs and what they were able to do, Coach, and Jamel Coast and Samari Dowdy able to have that 1-2 punch, kind of the power and speed from those two guys, and Dowdy able to break off a couple of big runs for touchdowns there in the first half, and later in the game that really was able to open up the passing game for the rest of the offense as well, and kind of take the top off the defense. Pauly Sealy able to make some big connections with Taranio Bias for touchdowns.
Yeah, Pauly did a great job. You want to come out hitting on all cylinders and throwing and catching and running and blocking, but obviously that wasn't working. He really kept his composure and he just said, Coach, I'll do whatever it takes. I'm going to, lead the team. And he was working the sidelines and, and working hard to keep people up offensively. And then, got a few deep ball situations and a big fourth down conversion to Tobias for a touchdown. And Toriano's a super kid, man. He dropped one early and kind of was down a little bit. Really battled back mentally and made an unbelievable. It might be on You Got Lost ESPN, because it was a dang good catch, and got up and took it away from the defender, and then we got a deep shot after a turnover, a deep shot, and he came through on the big post, and Pauly put it on the money, and like I said, kind of mixing things up. And trying to get a big tight end Caden Donovan going. He caught a 2-point conversion, which was another great catch. And then Ivory Nelson and Slot doing some good things. So we mixed it up and got some things going, and really proud because Island came out after half. We had a bad snap on a punt, and they got a touchdown a couple plays later. Right at the end of the half, kind of gave them momentum. And they had a good drive and kicked a field goal, and we came right out. And Jamel broke a long one, and then Toriano caught the pass. So it was, one of those momentum deals, and we really fought it and got it going, and then finished it off really solidly, both sides of the ball.
Yeah, Coach, absolutely. I feel like that's kind of an underrated aspect of a really solid football team is being able to kind of ride the wave of a football game and not just come out strong in the first half and ride that momentum all the way through the game, or not just come back late in the game, but to start well, able to fight hard and get a lead, and then even when you get punched back a little bit, still come back and not overreact, not get down or let the other team take that momentum, but you're able to take that momentum right back. I feel like that's a really underrated aspect of a really solid football team. And it seems like this New Hampstead team certainly has just able to stick with it through these 4 quarters.
Yeah, you're 100% right. And something we talk a lot about on the sideline is those tough times, and we just, we talk about, we will fight till we die, and then we're going to get up and rise up. And, the Phoenix is going to rise up and fight some more. So we just keep battling. And next week's going to be a big test for us. And we're excited to get moving forward on that.
Yeah, certainly. Absolutely. Obviously have Benedictine coming up in region play for New Hampstead. So that's going to be a huge matchup in region play there next Friday. And Coach, we will talk to you about that on Thursday. Not going to get too much out from you today, but we'll certainly catch up with you on Thursday with High School First Look as we preview that big matchup, but region matchup between New Hampstead and Benedictine. So telling you a little early, I'll be reaching out to you for sure for High School First Look. But appreciate it, Coach Kyle Hockman, head coach of the New Hampstead Phoenix, our guest here on the High School Sports Roundup. Coach, I really appreciate you coming on. Congratulations there on the region win last night, and best of luck as you look forward to these big region games still on the schedule. We'll certainly be talking again soon.
Sounds good. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, Coach. Kyle Hockman, head coach of the New Hampstead Phoenix, our guest here on High School Sports Roundup, and enjoying some film study there at the beach. So, hey, why not? You have a gorgeous beach and gorgeous day out there. Why not go out and enjoy it and start studying that film, looking over it last night and seeing what happened there, how you were able to scratch and claw and get that victory over Islands, and what you need to do moving forward as you look forward to Benedictine and the Cadets coming up next Friday evening. Certainly one to circle on the calendar there between the Phoenix and the Cadets. So one we've been looking forward to, no doubt, all year. Just two very talented ball clubs doing battle there next Friday evening. And at the same time, Islands and Jenkins going to be duking it out there on the other side of town. So looking forward to that matchup as well in region play as this 4A classification starts to heat up. But we'll come back over these scores one more time, wrap it all up here on the High School Sports Roundup on ESPN Radio Coastal Georgia, on ESPN Radio Savannah Hilton Head, the ESPN app, ESPNcoastal.com. And that's all fueled by End Market. We'll come back and wrap it all up after this. And welcome back. It's High School Sports Roundup here on ESPN Radio, Savannah Hilton Head, the ESPN app, ESPNCoastal.com, all fueled by End Market. PJ Zucco here with you as we look forward to some big high school football games for next week, man. Going to be looking forward to a lot of them. That 4A classification going to be great with New Hampstead doing battle against Benedictine and Islands and Jenkins doing battle. You have Calvary Day squaring off against Savannah Country Day as well after their win over Savannah Christian. So last night, Benedictine over South Effingham 56-7. Calvary Day over Savannah Christian 21-0. Savannah Country Day falls to Aquinas 28-27. It was Liberty County defeating Savannah High 37-0. Jenkins over Beach 39-8. Johnson falls to Southeast Bullock 36-15. Windsor Forest defeating Groves 52-6 last night. Islands over losing to New Hampstead 32-9. Richmond Hill falls to Brunswick High 42-7. It was Effingham with the victory over Glen Academy 20-14. Bradwell Institute falling to Statesboro 20-6. Ware County with a big old victory over Warner Robins. They moved to 2-0 in region play 29-21 in that one. St. Andrews falling to Trinity Christian last night 21-14. Memorial Day falls to Pinewood Christian 37-27. It was Hilton Head Prep, big old win over Northwood Academy 62-6. Hilton Head Christian Academy rolling once again with a 53-12 victory over John Paul II. Also last night, Wayne County falling to Coffee 48-0. And have Brantley County falling to Long County 28-19. Vidalia with a 52-21 victory over East Lawrence. Claxton falling to ECI 28-10. Metter stays undefeated. They get the victory over McIntosh County Academy 28-6. Frederica Academy defeats Bullock Academy last night 34-7. And you have Hilton Head with the 16-7 victory over Bluffton. May River defeating Beaufort there last night 24-21. But I'm PJ Zucco. This has been the High School Sports Roundup, fueled by End Market on ESPN Radio Savannah Hilton Head, the ESPN app, and ESPNCoastal.com as we look forward to another big week of high school football and 3 more weeks of the regular season. Some very big and important region games. Be on the lookout for what our next ESPN's High School Game Day Game of the Week, fueled by End Market, brought to you by Savannah and Low Country Honda dealers, game will be throughout the week here. But High School Sports Roundup every Saturday from 10 to 11 here on ESPN Radio Savannah Hilton Head, the ESPN app, ESPNCoastal.com. Georgia Bulldogs pregame coming up at 11:30. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe and God bless. Have a good one.